Picture this. You're at a play date. Every other toddler in the room is pointing, babbling, even stringing two words together, and your little one is just quietly watching. Your heart sinks. You tell yourself, they're just shy. But somewhere, deep down, a voice whispers, what if something's wrong? If that scenario felt a little too familiar, take a breath. You're not a bad parent for wondering. In fact, the fact that you're here watching this video means you're already doing something right. Today, we're talking about the 7 speaking skills every 2-year-old should have, and I promise, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where your child stands and what to do next. And stick around, because skill number 4? Most parents have never even heard of it, and it's one of the most important ones. Before we dive in, a quick note. I've spent years researching early childhood development and working alongside speech-language pathologists to break down complex milestones into simple, actionable language for parents just like you. Everything I share today is grounded in research from the American Speech-Language Hearing Association and peer-reviewed developmental science. These aren't just tips, they're tested, trusted milestones. Let's get into it. Skill number 1, vocabulary size. Skill number 1 is vocabulary size, and here's the target. By their 2nd birthday, most children should be able to say at least 50 words. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. 50 words? My toddler barely says 10. And that's okay. That's exactly why we're here. Research from the Stanford Language and Cognition Lab shows that toddlers who hit 50 words by age 2 have significantly stronger language outcomes by age 5. These words don't need to be perfect. BA for ball totally counts. What matters is intentional, consistent use. Actionable step. Start a simple word journal. Write down every single sound or word your child uses intentionally, even animal sounds like moo or woof. You might be surprised. Most parents undercount their toddler's vocabulary because they don't realize those sounds count. Drop a comment below. How many words do you think your toddler says right now? Take a guess. I'd love to hear. Skill number 2, 2-word combinations. Skill 2 is something that genuinely made me smile when I first learned about it. It's called 2-word combinations, and it's a massive developmental leap. By 24 months, children should be starting to combine 2 words together. Not just mama, but mama go, more juice, big dog. These tiny 2-word phrases are the foundation of all future grammar. The Journal of Child Language found that the earlier children start combining words, the faster their sentence complexity grows over the next 2 years. Here's a story. A mom in a parenting group I follow shared that her son only said single words at 22 months. Her pediatrician reassured her, then suggested one simple trick. Every time he said a word, she added one more word to it. He said ball. She said kickball. He said more. She said more snack. Within 6 weeks, he was combining words on his own. Try it. It's called expansion modeling, and it works. Skill number 3, following 2-step instructions. Skill 3 is about understanding, not just speaking. Can your toddler follow 2-step instructions? Something like, pick up the ball and put it in the box. This requires working memory, attention, and language comprehension, all at once. According to the CDC's developmental milestones, most 2-year-olds should be able to do this consistently. If your child struggles here, it doesn't automatically signal a delay, but it is a clue worth exploring with your pediatrician. One practical tip? Make it a game. First we wash hands, then we get a snack. Routines are 2-step instructions in disguise, and repetition builds those neural pathways. Skill number 4, joint attention. Okay, here it is. Skill number 4, the one most parents have never heard of, and the one researchers consider one of the most powerful early predictors of language development. It's called joint attention. Joint attention is when your child intentionally shares focus with you on the same object or event. Not just looking at you. Not just looking at the toy, but looking at the toy, then looking at you as if to say, are you seeing this too? Isn't this amazing? A landmark study from Dr. Michael Tomasello at the Max Planck Institute found that joint attention at 12 to 18 months is one of the strongest predictors of vocabulary size at age 2 and beyond. When a child can share attention, they can share meaning, and that's the core of language. Signs to watch for. Does your toddler point at things just to show you, not to get them, but to share the experience? Do they follow your pointing finger? Do they bring you objects to look at together? If you're not sure, try this right now. Point at something across the room and say, "Oh wow, look at that." Does your child follow your finger and look? That moment of shared gaze, that's joint attention. It's beautiful, and it matters deeply. Comment below if your toddler does this. I genuinely want to know. Skill number 5. Asking questions. Skill 5 is one you'll recognize because once it starts, it never stops. Asking questions. By age 2, toddlers should be using rising intonation, that question tone, or simple words like dat and what at, to ask about the world around them. Curiosity is communication. According to research published in First Language Journal, children who ask questions more frequently develop vocabulary at nearly double the rate of children who don't. Questions mean your child understands that you're a source of information. That's huge. Your role? Answer everything. Even when you're tired. Even the same question for the 15th time. Each answer is a vocabulary lesson and a trust-building moment wrapped in one. Skill number 6, speech clarity. Skill 6, speech clarity. And here I want you to take a deep breath, because this one comes with a lot of unnecessary parental worry. At age 2, it's completely normal for only about 50% of what your toddler says to be understood by a stranger. Family members, you will understand closer to 75 to 80%. That's normal. That's healthy. Perfect pronunciation at 2 is not the goal. What you're looking for are speech approximations. The child is attempting words, getting the shape of them, even if not perfect. Nana for banana. Boo for blue. These show phonological awareness is developing. Red flag to watch. If your child uses no consonants at all, only vowel sounds, that's worth a mention to your pediatrician. But please don't compare your 2-year-old's speech to your neighbor's 4-year-old. Every child has their own timeline. Skill number 7, social communication. Skill 7 is my personal favorite to talk about because it ties everything together. It's social communication, also called pragmatic language. This is the how of talking, not just the words, but knowing when to use them. Does your toddler say bye-bye when someone leaves? Do they say hi to people they recognize? Do they hand you things to initiate interaction? Do they laugh in response to playful tone even before they understand all the words? Research from the University of Washington's iLabs shows that social communication behaviors at 18 to 24 months are among the most reliable early indicators of healthy language development and of potential social-emotional challenges later, if they're missing. The good news? You can build this skill through play. Peekaboo. Back and forth rolling of a ball. Singing call-and-response songs. Every turn-taking game is a social communication lesson. Quick recap before we wrap up. The 7 speaking skills your 2-year-old should have are vocabulary of 50-plus words, 2-word combinations, following 2-step instructions, joint attention. That's the big one most parents miss. Asking questions, speech clarity at 50%, stranger intelligibility, and social communication. Give this video a thumbs up right now if you found this helpful. It genuinely helps more parents find this information when they need it most. Here's what I want you to carry with you today. Worry is love in disguise. Every parent who watches a video like this, who reads one more article, who asks one more question at the pediatrician, you are showing up for your child in the most powerful way possible. If your child isn't hitting all 7 of these skills yet, that's information, not a verdict. Talk to your pediatrician. Ask for a speech-language pathology referral if you have concerns. Early support, when needed, makes an enormous difference. The earlier, the better. And if your child is hitting all of these, celebrate that. Really, you're doing an incredible job. Now, I have a question for you. Which of these 7 skills surprised you the most? Was it joint attention? Speech clarity? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one, and I'd love to hear your child's story. If this video helped you, please subscribe. I post new early childhood development content every week. And share this with a parent friend who might need it. You might be giving them the exact reassurance or information they've been looking for. I'll see you in the next one. You've got this, parent. Blue Heart.